Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your hosts, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside, well, look who it is, Mr. David Jones. Back with us making his return to the Auburn Blitz. We sent him on assignment to College Station. The game did not go well.
I failed.
We're going to hear about his trip out there to College Station. His thoughts on the game. This is the first time he's actually been on since he got back. So we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll turn our attention and, of course, our focus to the Georgia Bulldogs as Auburn will host the number one team in the country, Georgia, on Saturday, 2:30 on CBS. Get your predictions in today and tomorrow, Auburn and Georgia. The line, I believe, about 14.5. That's what it started. Seemed like it already moved to 16 the last time I saw. So not a lot of belief in your Auburn Tigers, but we will see. Talk about maybe get in a proper frame of mind, David. The great last upsets for this Auburn program, dating back to the year 2000. Some of the best upsets, some of the biggest upsets that this Auburn team has had. So, and there have been, some minor upsets, of course, but these are the ones that are just the biggest as far as the line is concerned. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Basketball practice actually has started. This Auburn team put in a lot of work in the off season. We're going to take a look at some of the differences, and they are actually pretty big as far as weight is concerned for some of these guys. So we'll talk about that. Love to hear from you, as always, 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. David, I'm going to let you talk for a minute.
Love the Barry White to Johnny Cash this morning. Andy with
Thank you very much.
A little bit of a sinus drainage there. He's fine. Just voice for the ladies there. I am glad to be back. I feel like I've driven 10,000 miles. We did drive to College Station, and I will say this. If you ever want to go to an away trip to watch your Auburn Tigers play, College Station is unbelievable. Just friendly folks. Stadiums, you can get around in the stadium. Sometimes in Jordan-Hare you feel like that's not the case in Texas. Kyle Field is not that intimidating, but just big. Easy concessions, restroom, getting around in and out, friendly folks. And Brett Pritchard can rest easy. I'm not going to Nashville. Okay, I'll be safely ensconced in my lounge chair for that one. I'll let him have that one. But, my wife and I love our away game trips every year, the one that we pick. And we picked a great one this year other than the game. Andy, I did make myself a glutton for punishment and watch the game again yesterday. Because, when you're at the game, you're watching it, but it's not like, you can't see the replays and all of that. And,
right.
RG3's commentary and all that stuff. And you hit the nail on the head in your column. If y'all can get a copy of the Alexander City Outlook, Andy pretty much stole my dialogue today.
No.
I mean, it's weak. Their defense, other than being, Andy, elite, their front, they had a great plan. I mean, they pinched us on the outside, lined up really wide, and let's just be honest, I'd say this to Hugh Freeze if we had a conversation. Coach, your tight ends and your tackles just can't handle some of these elite edge rushers, and we can't. That's just a fact, okay?
Yeah.
So how do you fix that? The only thing we can do is hit some really hard stuff quick right up the middle with our running backs because they put so much emphasis because everything we do is outside with the motion, the RPOs, and all of that. And Peyton Thorne has the yips.
Yeah.
Okay, he has the yips, Andy, and that's not good.
No.
A lot of those throws that he's missing, he would make if he had a little more confidence and a little more comfort back there, but he can't because he didn't have long to throw. We can talk about receivers getting separation all day long, but unless he gets a little more time to throw and we can protect him, crap, I'd have the yips too. I mean, seriously.
Well, David, we got a phone call. Let's go to
All
it.
right.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, you put me on hold a while ago. I'm all right.
No, come on. We're here.
Okay.
We're on the air, brother.
Yes, this is Randy from Talladega.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we hadn't been getting any breaks either.
What, you mean
What do you
like
mean?
Auburn?
Yes, we hadn't been getting any breaks here lately, and I know the quarterback hadn't been looking good.
Go ahead. We're just talking on the
We
phone.
hadn't been looking good, and I think they ought to give Mr. Gerner a chance.
Yeah, that you're not the first one to bring that up. I
Mr.
think,
Gerner looked good the little time that they let him play the other day, and I'm very optimistic. I think things are going to get better, I hope, because I'm War Eagle through and through.
I agree with you, Randy, and you know, I believe in Hugh Freeze. I believe what he's doing, and you know,
And before they played Saturday, I picked Auburn to beat Georgia, and I hope I'm right.
well,
I certainly hope you're right, too. You're not the first one.
thank you for your call, Randy.
Okay, War Eagle.
Yeah,
War Eagles.
appreciate it. Thank you for the call.
Well, that led me to my next point, Andy, which is the roster. I mean, can you imagine last year's roster Saturday in Kyle Field? I mean, we have improved the roster, but not near to the level that Hugh Freeze, and he's doing the best that he can with what he has to work with right now, and we need to be patient. Some of these Auburn fans killing it. I agree with Randy. It's not all on Peyton Thorne. Like I always say, everything's on a string on offense, and you hit the nail on the head in your article. We were all worried about defense. I thought, look, let's talk about defense for a minute. Defense killing it. Now, our pass coverage could use a little work, but our run defense is solid. And, you know, if we can shore up that pass coverage a little bit, we're in good shape on that side of the ball.
Well, just FYI, we're giving up we're number 3 in the SEC in giving up pass yards.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Only giving up 164 a game.
Wow.
Number 2 in pass efficiency defense.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're giving up some yards, you know,
Yeah.
but and we're bending at times. But like you said, I mean, I've said this earlier in the week, I got no complaints with Ron Roberts.
No.
I don't know how anybody could at this point.
But Andy, think about this, and I think you said this on one of the other shows earlier this week. I can't remember who the running back was. Might have been Batty. That holding call. And
Yeah.
RG3 said it on. He said that wasn't that was away from the football, had no bearing on the play. That killed a drive right there.
We had several penalties. We have way too many penalties.
We do, but you know, Coach Freeze turned in 4 plays to the SEC office. He said we didn't see it. Show it to us.
Right.
So, and then we can cry over spilled milk all day long on the officials. That's part of the game. But the other notes that I made was penalties killing drive. We just said that. Brian Batiste said, "Don't forget about me." Didn't you like what he did Saturday?
Man, his speed looked like, I mean, he looked just as fast, if not faster, against what everybody keeps saying is an elite defense.
Right.
With elite players.
Yeah.
Well, he looked quick. He looked really, really good vision. And
He makes people miss,
He needs to
Andy.
play more.
Yeah,
I agree.
And of course, I understand that Damari's going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, that 3-headed monster of Jarquez and Batty, and then you throw Cobb in there.
Cobb only got, I think, 2 snaps
Yeah,
in this game.
I know he didn't get that many snaps.
That was a little curious to be
Yeah.
perfect, especially with Damari going out
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah, it was Batty this time, and I liked what I saw out of him. The A&M defensive front, like I said, they had a great plan. Just some unfortunate penalties in that drive, and the pass to Fromm, unfortunate. The pass to Jay Fair, the one on the sideline over there, should have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
If ifs and nuts were candy.
You can't miss that, though.
No.
That's just
Those, but there again, Andy, you can't miss those. But that mindset and his comfort is a result of the difficulties that he's having. But,
Well, he made 3 early in that game in the first half. He missed that play. He missed early one with, I think it was Javaris Johnson coming across with a little drag route, and he threw it over his head. He was open.
Right.
He might not have got
Yes.
the first down, but
Yeah.
he missed him.
Yeah, big
Jake
time.
Fromm was running up the seam.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Now, I mean, he throws it 5 feet over his head, and nobody gets him killed. If you just hit him, it's probably a 20-yard gain.
Yeah.
And then there's the Jay Fair, streaking down the, wheel route out of the back. I mean, you just, even if you loft that up and it's just a 20-yard game because that safety was making a beat for him,
yeah.
that's, okay too, but you've got to complete the routine stuff.
Yeah.
If you're not completing the routine stuff, if you're Peyton Thorne, then you're not giving us anything.
Yeah.
You're not giving us anything. So, Peyton, Robbie Ashford can overthrow guys.
Yeah.
And he can get out and run. So, I think you put Thorne out there for the first half of the Georgia game and see how it goes. And this defense is going to be better than Texas A&M's. So, I think we'll play better at home just because we're being at home.
Yeah.
But if he continues to struggle and and when he does have time, can't complete routine throws, I don't know any other recourse but to make a change.
Now, if he makes those throws, that negates a lot of the negative stuff that we're talking about. We're sitting here going, well, he's made some really nice throws. Of course, there again, SEC on the road, and we'll talk about Georgia. Jordan Harris got to come alive Saturday.
Yeah.
The Magic's got to be there. This isn't a world-beating Georgia team. They're darn good. They're defending national champions. But here's a team that South Carolina was ahead of at the half, and a team that UAB played pretty close for a half. So
Yeah, put up 21 points.
yeah.
on them.
So
Just FYI, we love all of our callers, and we want you to call in and be a part of the program, 256-234-6221. When you call in, do me a favor, just mute your TV and talk to us on the phone. It makes it much easier to have a conversation if you're not trying to listen to the TV because there's a delay, and it just makes it difficult to communicate. So just bear that in mind. We'd love for you to call, but when you call, just talk to us on the phone, mute your TV or your radio or whatever it is you're listening to. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
LMG Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. They got a little bit of everything there, and they can beat the big box store. Also, Central Alabama Community College, great place to get a great education right here in Central Alabama. You get your 2-year technical degree, go out into the workforce. There are some really, really good high-paying jobs in that market, in that industry. You can also get your basics taken care of and transfer to a 4-year institution, get your bachelor's degree. Whatever your needs might be, go and check out Central Alabama Community College. They got campuses in Alexander City, Talladega, Childersburg, and Prattville. And finally, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. For there is no job too big, there is no job too small, commercial or residential. They would love to work with you, whatever project it is that you might have. 334-531-0199. 334-531-0199. David, I think we got some comments.
We have some comments. Brian Wagner. Brian, I appreciate this. He's glad to see me back since I was on the ESPN intro to the game.
David did make the broadcast.
I had no idea. Man, my phone blew up. We sat down in the stadium. I got 20 texts and Facebook. You were on TV.
One of them was me.
It was. I thought he may have signed a T. They offered me a contract, Brian. I turned him down. I said, I'm already under contract with the Blitz. from Brett. Jarquez has been a non-factor to this point. He's a couple of decent runs, but he does look slow.
He does. He looks like he's limping too.
Yeah, yeah.
That I don't know. There's something about that ankle that just doesn't seem right.
I
At
agree.
least quite yet. I don't know.
agree. And Brett, if it's me, I'm gonna go with Batty and Cobb before Hunter right now, just from a production standpoint.
Now, having said that, the man hadn't even played in but 2 games, and he's still the leading rusher.
Well, that's right. That's exactly right.
And Auburn is actually, I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense when you think about maybe some of these games, but Auburn's still number 2 in the SEC in rushing right now. Nearly 200 yards a game. Even against Texas A&M, our yards per rush was up there around 5 or 6.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, Auburn's moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
We again, a penalty here, a turnover there. That has scuttled quite a few drives this year.
True.
So, you know,
Yeah.
maybe we can run the football,
Yeah.
just like we thought we could coming into the year, but it's just been we're just not good enough. We don't have a lot of margin for error.
Yeah. Ty Sanders, and he chimes in. He'd like to see Sean Jackson get more carries, especially on 3rd and short.
Speaking of Sean Jackson, 1 carry, 31 yards.
Yeah.
Yes, son, that's good. Now go sit down.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And Luke has a long post, though, but it's accurate. It's been a long time since he's seen skill positions this bad in the SEC. Your leading running back is from Missouri. Jarquez leads Auburn with only 143 yards total rushing, not really normal. That is a weird dynamic that's going on right now, Luke. Still early. We'll see what happens with that, but that is crazy. And then my brother, this one's for you and JJ. He's a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
Went this morning to have his will change and requested that 6 members of the Chicago Cubs be pallbearers so that they can let him down one last time.
Cubs, I mean, you know, they're fighting, you know, tooth and nail for a wild card spot, and the Braves have just absolutely ripped their heart out 2 nights in a row. So, yeah.
Yeah. And Jim,
I hate that.
Yeah, I know you do. Jim Hardy just commented, Bill, thanks for watching. Bill Lawler. Georgia has held every opponent this year under 100 yards rushing except for UT Martin, and they had 134 yards. So also unique Auburn stat, they've not thrown for over 150 yards passing in the last, I don't know, Power 5 teams. Can Auburn generate offense Saturday?
It's pretty pathetic, that stat. Auburn hadn't thrown for 100 yards in like the last 4 or 5 Power 5 contests.
Yeah.
And I don't know about 150, how far it goes back. But, yeah, that's unbelievably bad.
Yeah.
David, I think we got another phone call. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, guys, how's it going today?
Good, Bo. How about
Bo.
you?
I'm doing fine. Hadn't called in a while. Just really loving your show. I don't know what the recipe for beating Georgia is, but I remember Coach Dye always said you stop the run and you run the ball. And I know it's easy to say, but you can't forget about the run. You just have to line up and do the best you can on it. And I don't know if either of you had a chance to watch the special on Pat Dye on public television.
You know, I missed the first episode. I think maybe either a replay tonight.
It's going to be on tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 2 hours. It'll bring a tear to your eye, I promise you.
Oh yeah,
to see it.
I remember they shot a preview of it in Auburn. This had been months ago, but I'm just seeing the trailer for it almost brought tears to my eyes. Absolutely.
Well, I missed the first 20 minutes, Bo, and then I tuned in. Of course, I've got it recording tonight just so we'll have it. But my wife looked over at me when that thing was over, and she said, we ain't never going to erase that one. We're going to record that and keep it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was fantastic.
Well, I just hope we can hang with Georgia. You know, we got to win the turnover battle somehow.
Yeah.
That's imperative, I think.
No question.
And I think we can. I feel comfortable that we can stop the run. It's can we generate a run offense? and
I've watched a lot of baseball. I know, David, I know all of you have. I don't know if I've ever seen a player with more tools and better than Ronald Acuna, and he should be the MVP, and it should be lopsided.
Yeah.
Well, I would agree. He reminds me. I mean, I hate to say it, but he reminds me of young Barry Bonds.
And he's got
that Barry Bonds of Pittsburgh, man, he could do. He was just good at everything.
And he could fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great call, Bo. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Take it easy.
War Eagle.
War Eagle. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back. We'll discuss these things and more. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling in to Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs discounted up to $9,500 off. The exciting 24 Chevrolet Equinox as low as $369 per month. The popular Chevy Traverse discounted up to $6,000 off.
Get your best price every day at Glenn Smith in Opelika, on the lot or online at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I'd love to hear from you. Get your prediction in, Auburn and Georgia, this Saturday, 2:30 on CBS. I think Bo's right on. I mean, you know, this is old-fashioned, you know, SEC football. Run the ball and stop the run, that's a great recipe for success. Now, when you look at Georgia, and for all the, you know, people questioning Carson Beck, they're throwing the ball for 337 yards a game.
Yeah.
And now they played UT Martin, Ball State, South Carolina at home, and UAB at home. Yeah. They have not yet left the friendly confines of Sanford Stadium.
That's right.
So, Sanford Stadium. Yeah. So,
first SEC road trip for Beck. We'll see how he'll handle it. And that was the thing that I was going to mention, Andy. And I got to tell you, I know you were going to talk about some of the Georgia games that with the spread pretty wide and the upsets.
Well, these are just general upsets, not necessarily against Georgia. But.
Well, I want to tell this story. I wish my grandson was watching. And this is when we lived down in Gulf Shores, of course, but we took our grandson to the Jordan Hare, that one. And
2013.
Yeah, and we were, of course, he was.
You were at that game?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And Carter was, he's 14 now, so he was, what, 4?
It's been a while, 10 years.
6, yeah. Anyway, I'm holding him, and then we're at that timeout before the play. And I said, well, Carter, we may as well get ready to head on out of here. I don't think and my grandson, in his childlike faith, said, no, Big Daddy, I think something big's fixing to happen. He said that.
Really?
Right before the play. I said, son, that's awesome. And yeah, but it was great to have him there at that game. But of course, that's the one that everybody. But it's a nasty rivalry. I mean, it's.
You know what? We were talking about that on Tuesday night. It didn't used to be that way.
No.
I mean, even though we turned the hoses on them in '86, but they claim that we, tore up the hedges or did something at midfield the year before or something. I don't know. But anyway, outside of that one incident, it never was to me that bitter of a rivalry until around the mid-2000s. Mm-hmm. Then it started to get a little ugly, and it really is kind of bitter ever since.
Well, Andy, my wife we were talking about where we're going to go next year. I know Brett don't want us to go anywhere because I'm 0-3 with away games, but, Athens is one. And I said, we're not going to Athens. Now, I know you've been to a basketball game.
I have.
But
we almost blew that one, but we did win.
Yeah, you pulled that one out. But I've heard horror stories from Auburn fans about being in that stadium.
Yeah.
Being spit on and all kind of stuff. Coke poured on people. Now, there's stupid fans everywhere. But I've heard so many negative stories. I'm not going to Athens for a while. We'll see how that but it's an intense rivalry. Of course, they're in the same division we're in. Kirby's got everything going right now. But Saturday afternoon in Jordan Hare, the atmosphere will just be ridiculous.
Yeah, I hope.
And we got to have it. We got the fans. We got to bring it Saturday. Yeah.
I think back to 2004. That was one of the best environments. It was just something incredible in the air that day leading up to that game. It was a 2:30 CBS game. Game day was there.
Yeah.
But Auburn comes out and just absolutely dominates a really, really good Georgia team in 2004. Wins out 24-6. But, yeah, you bring up that 2013 game from where I was sitting. Of course, Auburn should have won that game by 3 touchdowns. They were in complete control of the game, and then we just went into a shell. And credit Georgia, they got momentum going, and they took advantage of it. But still, from where my vantage point was, I'm like you. They called timeout. I don't know where you were sitting, but I was behind the play. So I saw the entire thing develop.
Yeah.
And I saw, Nick Marshall takes the snap, drops back, and I saw Sammy Coates coming across about 15 yards downfield, wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open. And nobody on that side of the field for Georgia.
Yeah.
So if he catches that ball, he runs for at least 30 more yards.
Mm-hmm.
And Auburn has a much better chance to go down and do something, because it was 4th down, but there was still time on the clock. But
yeah,
and I could see, and I saw him come open, and I looked at Nick, and he wasn't even. There was no thought in his mind that I'm going short.
Chunking.
He was going to go deep the whole time, and I remember looking at my brother and thinking, and I remember I said it, out loud. I was like, Nick, don't give him. I said, at least give him a chance. And he just throws it up, and then, it happened the way it happened, but it was, it was unbelievable. I mean, I tell people all the time, and they like to say, this was a miracle, about Auburn. And I said, no. The Iron Bowl that year, that was not a miracle. That was a good play. That was a smart decision, and it worked out. It was just a phenomenal game and an unusual, incredible moment. The Auburn-Georgia game, that was a miracle.
It was.
That was a miracle. No doubt about it, for sure. Got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, however you choose to tune us in. Monday through Friday, right here, 12 to 1, each and every day. You can Spectrum cable dial, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page or your YouTube page. If you do streaming, you can, whether you're Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, just go and download the WOTM app or the WAXC TV app and click the live stream, and you can catch us that way as well. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. When you look down through these numbers, I mean, Georgia is the number one team. It's not an accident that they're the number one team in the country. It's hard to look down through here and see some advantages for Auburn.
Yeah.
One of the big ones that was we talked about that going in to Texas A&M. Bo talked about stopping the run and being able to run the football. Well, Auburn averaging 39.2% on third down. That's 82nd in the country. Georgia averaging 52.9% on third down. That's 12th in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So they're cashing in on more than half of their third downs. It's hard to get them off the field.
It is. And the thing that stick out to me, Andy, of course, 72.6, is that completion percentage?
Yeah, for back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scary. But their leading rusher, we talked about Jarquez leads us with 143 yards. Their leading rusher, if that's correct right there, only has 184 yards. Yeah. So I feel confident that we can stop the run. There's a guy named Bowers that worries. 22 catches.
You better mark that guy.
Because listen, Andy, we missed some tight end stuff Saturday. That wheel route that they ran was the tight end. Our corner bumped him and let him go, and there wasn't a soul.
Yeah.
Back there. We gotta pay a lot of attention to Bowers. But yeah, I feel confident about our run defense. We got to make Beck uncomfortable, and like Bo said, totally agree. Could we please win the turnover battle Saturday? That would be huge.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. If you got any keys to the game, or again, get your prediction in, give us a call. Auburn and Georgia. Some upsets just to kind of put us in the proper frame of mind, David. The top 4 upsets in the last 20 years or so, dating back to the year 2000. This is just going by the line. Number 4, 2002, November 23rd, Auburn goes into Alabama, into Tuscaloosa, and wins 17-7. Auburn was unranked. Alabama was the number 9 team in the country. Alabama was an 11-point favorite in that one. Obviously, injuries played a big factor. Carnell Williams was out. Ronnie Brown was injured and out. And a young Trey Smith, the third-string tailback, got an opportunity and made the most of it, 126 yards rushing. in that game. Jason Campbell had a nice game. Robert Johnson, we had a great tight end. At that time, he had a couple of touchdowns, and Auburn won that. That was one of the – that was Jim Five's last game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of put a capper on it, but nonetheless, that was a big upset for – and one of the rare upsets in the Iron Bowl, really. There's just not a lot of upsets in that game. Number 3, October 19th, 2013, number 24 Auburn beats number 7 Texas A&M 45-41. A&M was a 13-point favorite in that one.
That was the Manziel sack game, correct?
D. Ford.
Yeah.
Gets after Johnny Manziel. I mean, people forget Auburn was down 10, I think, early in the fourth quarter, and was able to get a couple of touchdowns and take the lead. And Trey Mason had a huge game, and able to get Johnny Manziel big sack to end that game. Basically.
Andy, that was one of my first band gigs when I started playing music again. We were in a venue in Birmingham getting ready for a ticketed show that night, and there was a big, huge TV behind the stage.
Really?
And we were supposed to be running through the show. Well, me and the drummer were huge Auburn fans, and the rest of the guy, we're going to run this song. I said, heck no, we're going to watch the end of this ball game right here.
Got to have your priorities right,
Absolutely.
David, for sure. Number 2, September the 29th, 2007, Auburn defeats Florida in Gainesville 20-17. Number 4, Florida, was a 17.5-point favorite in that game. Auburn had opened the season. I think game 2 they had lost in overtime to South Florida. They had lost to Mississippi State the next week. Mm-hmm. They had stumbled out of the gate, but they had won a couple of games, I think, let's see, September 29th. So they were maybe 2-2, something like that. They go in there. I mean, this is a Tim Tebow team. Auburn had beaten Florida in Jordan-Hare the year before, and Florida had not lost since.
Mm-hmm.
And Florida plays Auburn again and loses in that game. I mean, of course, Wes Byram, he makes the field goal, but they have called time. Urban Meyer calls timeout. He makes it again and then does the chomp all the way around the field. So,
well, you deserve that.
Yes, that's true. And the number 1 upset, October 13th, 2001, Auburn defeats number 1 Florida 23-20. Auburn was a 26.5-point underdog.
Wow.
Rush the field, tear down the goalpost. Damon Duval hits a 40-something yard field goal, 43-yard field goal, in like 17-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
It started to rain, and he just drilled it. I think it was like the 3rd game in a row that Auburn had won on a last-second field goal. So it can be done. Upsets do happen.
Can only hope for Saturday. Put us in the right frame of mind.
Hey, we got a pretty good kicker.
Oh, we really do.
To make a last-second field goal if we can just get it there somehow or another. We got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday, right after this.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Lewis Pest Control is now serving Alexander City and the entire Lake Martin area. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Lewis has environmentally safe products for all your pest control needs. Lewis Pest Control.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell, and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today, Lake Area Realty, at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz, the final segment on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Basketball practice is underway, David. You got a chance to get a sneak peek there?
I did. I attended Monday for about an hour and a half. Excited.
Hey, Bruce has said this is maybe the hardest working team he's ever had.
They work hard. They got a great attitude. We definitely have, and you never know until we get on the court against some really good competition, but we definitely have upgraded. The point guard position is in good hands with Holloway and Trey.
Well, Trey Donaldson puts on 10 pounds. Yeah. Aiden Holloway goes from 155 in high school to 178.
Yeah.
So he's definitely bulked up some.
And Jalen Williams looks like a different kid.
He's put on 15 pounds.
Yeah, he looks good.
So he's going to be able to bang a little bit, better down low.
Yeah, it's I really am excited about Denver Jones. He's so wide and he moves so well on defense. And then Chaney Johnson as well. Just some great pickups. And all those guys that are back, Janai, KD, Trey, Chris Moore, look, he's
down a couple. He's down 10 pounds.
Got rid of some of that baby fat.
Yeah.
All those guys that are back, I'm really excited about. So, and there were a ton. It's Georgia week, but there were about 20 media guys. I talked to Jason Caldwell for a while, and about 20 media guys at basketball practice for the first day.
Going to be a huge recruiting weekend, football, basketball, and baseball.
Absolutely.
So just Auburn athletics in general, this is a big, huge weekend. And again, no better time to pull a big upset and get a signature
That's
win
exactly
for Hugh
right.
Freeze. I'm just saying. On this day, September the 28th, 1941 Teddy ball game. Ted Williams finishes the Major League Baseball season playing in both games of a doubleheader. He didn't have to. Could have sit out. Nobody would have faulted him after game one. Plays in game two. I think he goes like 4 for 6. Ends up 406, the last human to hit 406 in the Major League.
Was above 4 at the end of the first game.
Yep.
Said, no,
I'm
playing.
Yep, I'm playing. That's him. That's who he was.
That's what I'm talking about.
1955, the first World Series color TV broadcast on NBC. The Yankees defeated the Dodgers on this day. 1960, another Ted Williams hits home run number 521 in the final at-bat of his Hall of Fame career.
How about that?
He had a down year. He had a bad back. In 1959, they urged him to retire. He said, give me one more year. I'll play for less money. And he ends up at 42, David, hitting, I think, 316 with 29 home runs.
Yeah.
And about 80 RBIs.
One of the greatest.
I mean, at 42 years old.
Yeah.
Man was unbelievable. Happy birthday today, Ed Sullivan, the great Ed Sullivan. Are you old enough to have watched an Ed Sullivan show?
Yeah, I was little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Max Schmeling, German boxer, had some famous bouts with Joe Louis. 100 years old, 1905 to 2005. Think about the things that he saw. Being from Germany and living from 1905 to 2005. Wow. Peter Finch, 1916 to 1977. Of course, Academy Award-winning actor. If you ever sing Network, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. Tom Harmon, your 1940 Heisman winner from?
UCLA?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Jerry Clower. Fire up in here amongst us, David, because one of us got to have some relief.
Andy, I met him at the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center.
Is that right?
SEC. I know you got it. Hey, he's in front of me in the concession stand. And I introduced myself because it was Jerry Clower.
You knew him, right off. Was he in a red suit?
No, he was not. But he's a big Mississippi State guy.
Yeah, he is. He played there.
Listen, he pulls a wallet out to pay for his concessions. I ain't never seen that much cash in a wallet. This joker's walking around with, there's no telling how much money was in that wallet. But just as nice as he can be.
Big old fellow.
Oh, he's huge, yeah.
Bridget Bardot, born on this day, 1934, lovely. Model, French model.
Yes.
How about Ben E. King? You ever done Stand By Me?
Yeah.
Ben E. King.
Yeah.
Born on this day, 1938. Charlie Taylor, wide receiver, Hall of Famer for the
Redskins.
I think.
Redskins. Yeah.
J.T. Walsh, character actor. If you saw a movie in the 90s, chances are he was probably in it.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Jones, principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
9 times. 9 times. Steve Largent, one of the greats.
Oh, yeah.
Wide receiver. Idolized him as a kid.
Yes.
Irving Fryer, pretty good receiver. Johnny Dawkins, longtime assistant at Duke, now at Central Florida, I believe.
Yeah.
Mira Sorvino, lovely actress. Naomi Watts, another lovely actress. And Marcus Spears, the big swagoo.
Yeah.
Played at LSU. Now is he still on the SEC network?
Yes.
Think so?
He is.
Okay. Born on this.
Or ESPN.
Did he switch up?
I saw him on ESPN last time.
Okay. Marcus Spears.
Yeah.
Born on this day, 1971.
LSU?
Yeah, played at LSU.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Really good player at LSU, and I think he played some in the NFL. Didn't have a great NFL career. I think he went on and played in Canada or, a little bit of time as well. But
I enjoy his commentary.
He is a big guy.
Yeah, he is.
And he does. I thought he does a pretty fair job on SEC Network, and he did a show I think with Craig McElroy for a while. Yeah. If you like that kind of thing. That's gonna wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.